Today we are back with a very fitting episode of What Happened To. Yes, we're talking about the one and only survival horror giant, Silent Hill. The Konami classic has received 9 individual titles over the years, and at one point the franchise showed no signs of slowing down. However, with several contract issues, canceled games, and bad blood, push came to shove and Silent Hill has become, well, silent. So what's the future of the franchise, and what exactly happened? In 10 minutes or less, that's exactly what we are attempting to find out today on What Happened To Silent Hill. Video games can extract so many different emotions from us as humans. Whether it's the pure elation you get from progressing to another bonfire in Dark Souls, the tears welling up in your eyes during certain parts of The Last of Us, or the sheer terror and anticipation the entire survival horror genre lives and breathes. I remember the very first time I played Silent Hill on the PS1. The sense of loneliness lingered throughout the game, and my palms sweat as I braced myself to turn that next corner. So many terrifying enemies, so many restless nights after playing, hoping Pyramid Head didn't get me. The original Silent Hill was released by Konami in 1999 and was mostly well received. Many critics around the industry still weren't sold though, calling it Konami's answer to Resident Evil. Heck, I mean, this may have been true, but who cares? It's a pretty good accolade. This was the scariest game I have ever played in my life. Something I never thought video games would venture into, and to be honest, the whole scary game thing kind of became addicting to a lot of people. The original Silent Hill, despite being often compared to Resident Evil, certainly did its part to revolutionize a previously untapped market with the survival horror genre, and was even ranked as the 14th best PlayStation game by IGN in 2005. Not too shabby for a console that boasted over 1,300 games. Silent Hill's release was followed up by 3 more numerical sequels, with 2 of them following very similar scripts to the first game, with lots of new, scary additions and just fine tweaking everything that was in the game. The 4th and final game, developed by the original Konami team Silent, featured a new twist on the series where the player was stuck in their apartment and forced to explore alternate dimensions through a hole in the bathroom wall. Pretty standard stuff here. Although critics' scores for the subsequent Silent Hill games began to dip, the series was still selling quite well. However, with Team Silent leaving the franchise in 2004, there was much up in the air as to the future state of Silent Hill. Under new direction, in the late 2000s, Silent Hill games were released. Silent Hill Origins, Homecoming, Shattered Memories, and Downpour all centered around the common thread of the location in which it all began. Shattered Memories was actually a reincarnation of the original game, with altered storylines and additional characters, yielding a unique twist on a timeless classic. However, with each new release of the series, mediocrity began to set in, and after a while, many people lost interest in even playing the series at all. I actually had no idea Downpour had even come out due to the lazy marketing and half-assed attempts at rounding up new gamers to delve into the series. At the end of the last release in 2012, most of the audience for Silent Hill consisted of nostalgia-yearning individuals and those who picked up the game seemingly by accident. There was also a spin-off on the Vita entitled Silent Hill: Book of Memories, whose odd mechanics and story earned it the worst overall grade of any Silent Hill game ever. It seemed as though the series had no spark left, and Konami appeared to shelve it for the foreseeable future. Over the years, there were a couple of Silent Hill titles that were cancelled or otherwise changed to save face. WayForward Technologies posted an idea for a Silent Hill game on the Nintendo DS, which never actually made it to fruition as a Silent Hill game. Renegade Kid also posed the idea for a spin-off to the series, but it was rejected multiple times by Konami. Silicon Knights, desperately seeking some life after an expensive lawsuit from Epic Games, had a title in progress called Silent Hill: The Box, which I don't know if that means Pandora's box or what, but it never really made it out of production. Lots of swings and lots of misses. Undoubtedly the most famous sputter that the entire Silent Hill franchise had was their most recent, In 2014, Konami and Sony released a playable teaser entitled PT at Gamescom, and fans' minds began to run wild at the thought that this may be a new Silent Hill game after all these years. Later confirmed to be coined Silent Hills, this title was what horror fans' dreams were made of. Developed by Kojima Productions, Silent Hills was fusing two great minds of the entertainment industry together: Hideo Kojima, creator of Metal Gear, and sci-fi horror director Guillermo del Toro. The amount of bigwigs involved also managed to get Norman Reedus on board to play the main character, and Kojima actually said his goal for Silent Hills was to be a horror game that would literally make you shit your pants. The playable teaser is also the most downloaded of the current gen console's history, sporting over 1 million downloads until it was taken down. Disaster struck in 2015 when Hideo Kojima decided to leave Konami due to the power struggle existing within the company. It was a pretty bad breakup. So bad, in fact, that Konami banned Kojima from appearing at E3 and removed all of his team's credits and canceled the games they were working on. Wow. This created a ripple effect so drastic that it even caused Guillermo del Toro and subsequently Norman Reedus to jump ship to another endeavor. Konami eventually confirmed that Silent Hills was indeed cancelled, squashing the hopes of gamers all over the world of some sort of current-gen reboot of the franchise. This is something that's so desperately needed. I was lucky enough to save the demo to one of my PS4s since the teaser was taken down not too much longer after the project was dead in the water, and to this day it is one of the scariest experiences I've had on this current-gen console. To make matters worse, it seems as though Konami still holds a big grudge against Kojima, and they won't release the rights to let him finish his own game. However, they seem to have no qualms about holding on to it themselves, so it dies a slow and painful death. It's almost as though they would stop at nothing, even a knowingly tanky release of Silent Hill, to ensure Kojima hears them loud and clear. Most recently, Konami filed a trademark for the Silent Hill brand, which initially got fans excited as all get out. But they neglected to read the rest of the fine print where it says electronic gaming machines, namely devices which accept a wager. Yes, Silent Hill pachinko machines. Yay! Holy cow, how the mighty have fallen. Although the future of Silent Hill is as gray as ever, it seems as though Kojima has moved on, enlisting the help of Norman Reedus again to create Death Stranding, a title that embodies many of the Silent Hill's PT elements, but that game doesn't even have a release date yet. Do we want another Silent Hill game from Konami? Will it suck? Will they ever release the rights of Silent Hills to Kojima? Well, I guess only time will tell, but I'm certainly nervous going forward. So guys, what long-lost, forgotten gaming franchises do you want to know more about? Please leave them in the comments section below, and I'll do my best to get to them as I can. If you guys like the content that you saw today, please remember to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and click the little bell for notifications so that my videos come to the top of your list. It really means a lot. As always guys, this is Kevin from the Mega Man Cave, signing out, and happy gaming.